One person on. Who we got on? What's up, folks? How's everybody doing today? What's up, Tom? Jeremy? Got some new hackle. Been to the fly shop, picked up some new. It's out of blue and silver. Just had messages. Good evening, Maurice. How's it going? We're going to be doing these with blue and silver hackle. Blue and silver strung rooster hackle. Saddle hackle. Blue and silver and probably pearl flash in these. But I usually get them in quarter-ounce bags. You can see there's tons of feathers on that. That'll last you quite a while, quarter-ounce. It don't sound like it when you're going to go buy it, and they say, yeah, we got quarter-ounce bags. It don't seem like much, but it's quite a bit. Let's see, we're going to go 2 blue and a silver one. And I'm looking for the ones that are sharp like that. I like tying jigs better with these than I do with these big lobe ones. I'll use those, but I like using these. Seems like it streamlines it down a little bit, makes it look more. I don't know if you want to say like a bug or not, but I think it's got a better look like that. And everybody's got their own opinion. That's my opinion. That's how I like to tie them. We're gonna stack a blue and silver one on top of each other. So get rid of that one. I'm gonna be a little too streamlined on that one. I think it'll be bad though. It'll work, I believe. And we are going to use blue pearl flash in this one. We're going to cut off a piece, say 5 inches long. Double it over. New Age Winter Run Blue Cascade. Size number 2. Well, it is falling. I got it all over the place today. That is it for that one. Pretty simple jig, pretty easy, not much to it. Put a little fingernail polish that Sally Hansen's Hard as Nails right there on the neck, right where you put your knot. That is it. Pretty nice jig, not too bad. I'd go catch crappie with it. Yeah, it's not too bad. A guy ordered some, and he just wanted something that was blue and white. And didn't really care how I'd done it, just as long as he had those kind of colors in it. Probably fishing clear water with them, I'm sure. Caught 5 or 6 today on one kind of similar to that. It's a good wintertime color, and it's a good clear water color. Like I said, I pick out my sharp ones. And later on, I'll get to where I use the V's in them a lot more. I'm going to do just like I did the other one. I'm going to stack the blue and silver one right on top of each other, and I'm going to try to sandwich that silver one between the 2 blue ones. Then I'm going to put the last silver one on. Don't come out too bad. I like better. I don't like all my feathers going the exact same direction. I like them kind of spread out, kind of erratic looking. So I don't get real particular. I know there's some on YouTube that, you know, lay them perfectly flat on top of each other. But it's, you know, everybody that ties has got their own way they tie. And that just happens to be the way I tie. How's it going today? Anybody go fishing today? Anybody catch anything good? Any big ones? The ones we caught today were males. We didn't catch any really big ones. I think the biggest one we caught was probably 12 inches. But they were starting to get pretty black, and they were pretty shallow. I probably caught them in 8, 9 inches of water. So they're like right there getting ready to spawn. This evening would have been a lot better to be up around that bank when the sun was going down. And as I'm tying these jigs, I'm missing comments, so I apologize if I don't answer you back. I see them, then they're gone. Going tonight. It'd be a good night here to go. Hi, Philip. Panfish Nation. Welcome. I was going to go live earlier a couple hours ago, and I got to looking outside, and I was like, man, I cannot pass this day up. Grabbed a couple fishing poles. Me and Zach went out to the lake. Thank you, Super Dave. Grabbed a couple poles, went out to the lake, and we started catching a few, and he wasn't feeling very good, so we ended up turning around and coming back home. But they were there, and they were biting. Eighth ounce. I think that Chanel is going to be a lot better on 16th ounce. In Buffalo, Missouri. Yeah, it's pretty cool colors. I didn't, he wanted white and blue, and he didn't really specify on how he wanted the white and blue. But I thought that came out pretty good. It was kind of a dark and white, light one all at the same time. Where'd you catch that one at, Leonard? I figured out a way to keep the comments. I've got like 3 more to tie like this, but I don't want to keep tying the same ones to bore everybody to death watching the exact same jig. Yeah, 15 ain't bad. That's good. That's the limit here in Missouri. I've never had strung hackle just fall off the neck before like that. Your limit is 50? That's crazy. I don't know if I'd want to catch a limit there and have to come home and clean 50 of them. That's starting to turn into work when you do that. It's good work, though. So I think we caught probably 7 or 8 this afternoon. But like I said, we didn't stay very long. Yeah, I don't like cleaning the limit either. Especially if my limit was 50 and I had them. Where you at, Super Dave, where you got no limits? See how those feathers go out like that? That's usually what I try to look for. That's usually what I try to get. I usually try to get something that's kind of erratic looking. Now, all we was catching today was the males, all small males. Yeah, 25, that's still kind of pushing it. Me and Zach will go and both catch our limit. And that'd be, that's 30 fish. And that right there is a lot to clean by itself. By the time you're done looking at them, smelling them, seeing them. Fishing with the Chad, what's up? 2.4 pounds. Man, that's a toad right there. That's a big crappie. Did you eat it or turn it back? I get to watching y'all comment and completely forget where I'm at on my jig. I think I overlapped that one like 3 times. So Super Dave, that one was 2.4. Did you eat it or did you turn it loose? Yeah. That's a 2.4 pound crappie. That's a good breeder crappie if it's still got it in it to do it. Yeah, I kind of got bored looking at it. Painted it red, then wish I wouldn't have. Then got it all out of adjustment. Couldn't get it back in. Sometimes I just don't know when to leave well enough alone. I thought about taking it to somebody that airbrushes really good and putting on colors of my logo. I probably shouldn't have painted it red. Like I said, after I'd done it, I wish I wouldn't have. And you see, I even got some of it on my face. That's why I don't paint. Anytime I paint, I get more paint all over myself and everything else except for what I'm painting usually when I do it. Hate painting. Well, it was supposed to look a little cooler than that. The paint didn't quite come out like I thought it was going to. I know one thing, I had a hell of a time getting it back in adjustment. I took it apart a little bit, loosened some set screws up in it. When I got those set screws loosened up, it kind of turned a little bit and went back down inside there, and I couldn't get it up high enough to hold a jig. So like a minute before this was starting, I'm swapping out and going to use my other one. I think that blue, I don't know how good you can see it, but that, yeah, I probably should have went with some kind of sticker instead of the paint, but that'd be easy to get that paint back off of it. The only reason I don't put the polish on my threads, and I started doing that, and I started getting a really bad buildup in my whip finish. And it started getting to where it was kind of nicking the line, nicking my thread as I was tying. So I kind of got myself out of the habit of doing it. It ain't nothing wrong, and it definitely worked. But to me, I was ending up with kept ending up with it on my whip finish tool. But that is the only reason I don't do it on a thread. And every once in a while, I'll still do it. I did it one time before too, and a big glob ran straight down in there and went right down inside my bobbin. And I had to soak my bobbin in acetone for a little while to get that fingernail polish hardener out of there. Zach don't feel real good. I think he's laying down in the living room on the couch. I'm pretty sure all the dogs are in there with him. Usually I got my small dog. He's usually out here with me. But yeah, the stick usually isn't. If you've got a really good thread collar around the head of your jig and you can see that thread real good, this works pretty well. But I've taken them out and I've beaten them pretty good. I've never had one come untied on me. I ain't saying somebody hasn't bought some that might have, but I don't. I usually test them pretty good. Or I did when I first started tying. I think I hung two or three of them I tied in a jar of water and the hook started rusting. I pulled them out of the jar of water and I never could get the hackle to come off of them or the chenille to come off. Yeah, Eric, we was at Palmy just a couple hours ago. Those we was catching a male crappie. Probably caught 10 or 11 male crappies, like a foot off the bank. We was using, all we took was my jigs, and I was setting a jig about 4 inches under the bobber and just dropping them in front of rocks on the bank. And like I said, they were getting pretty black. And I bet if a guy was up there tonight, right as the sun was getting ready to go down, I bet you would tear them up. It was windy as all get out today. I didn't want to take the boat out, and I wasn't going to go out at all. And I'd set this up to do the live stream like around 3 o'clock, and I was like, hell with it. So we grabbed a couple poles, went to the lake. But yeah, we fished Palmy. That's almost the main lake we fish most of the time. We'll hit Truman a couple times, but we spend most of our time on Palmintera. It's close. It only takes me 25 minutes to get to Palmy, and that's the biggest reason why that's the main lake we fish. I can be in the water pretty quick from here. No, we was up on a complete opposite end of the lake. We was up at Bolivar Landing up by where the handicap docks are. And we took that horse trail and walked down through the woods to the first cove, and we was fishing down that way. I haven't been up to the bridge. It's been several weeks I've been up to the bridge. Between work, the wind, the rain, It's been a struggle to try to get the boat out. Last time we had it out, we was way up the Palminteri River. And I'm not sure if I was having battery issues, but batteries were almost completely dead after about an hour of fishing. Got back home and I found a couple switches that were turned on, and I was hoping that was all it was and not going to have to replace all 4 of those batteries. My favorite water temperature was 59 degrees. That's when I knew fishing was going to start getting really good, is when it hit 59. As soon as it warms up, yeah, batteries get expensive quick. But I put a new trolling motor on last year, and I'm hoping there ain't something wrong with that. I know I wired it right, but it just kind of got me worried that something was going on there. But I think I found a couple old switches that don't get used that I believe was the problem for my batteries going dead. I bought that boat used, and the wiring in it is sketchy, to say the least. And I don't know if I really want to put the time into trying to straighten it out. I think I'm going to try to limp through it for about another year, and I think I'm going to try to get a new boat then. Well, that's my goal, at least. Anybody else got anything? You're a quiet group tonight. I started doing some live ones on TikTok. I was surprised the amount of people I was watching on that. I was kind of impressed with it. I'm a long way away from saltwater. I'm in southwest Missouri, and I've never had anybody call me and ask me about tying saltwater jigs. I would do it. There's no doubt I would do it, but I've never had the opportunity to do it. Never really thought about it. I know some of those saltwater baits get pretty big. There wouldn't be nothing wrong with that to make your own boat. I think my next one I'm going to go with is going to be a Sea Arc. Anybody out there got a Sea Arc? Heard anything good, bad? Keep losing that damn Chanel. It blends in with everything up here. I never heard that fishing with Chad. Have never heard that at all. Like I said, I really don't know anything good about it. I just kind of like the way they were laid out. I don't even know anybody that's got one. Don't know anybody's got one, but I've just seen a few commercials and I've seen a few other people talk about them. I've never been in one, never rode in one. But like I said, I was just really impressed the way the boat was laid out. Thank you, Wayne Clark. I appreciate that. Here pretty soon, we're going to change it up. We're going to start doing something different on this channel. I just haven't had the time to get it all set up and get it laid out the way I want to. Still working on getting a couple GoPro cameras, getting them set up. Well, I have an 84 Champion. And the transom sits extremely low on the back of that boat. And sometimes you've got to be paying attention. You've really got to be paying attention if you're going full throttle and you're going to stop. That wave will sneak up on you on this Champion, and it'll come over the back if you're not careful. Yeah, I've done a few weaves on jigs there. I don't do it a lot. I don't know why. I might end up doing a video with it. I don't know if I've got the right size Chanel to do it or not, but I might end up giving that a shot. See you, Leonard. Y'all have a good one. Actually, I think I'm about to go too. I worked all week and I worked last night and I haven't hardly been home, done anything. I was going to tie the rest of those jigs up to finish that order out. Put my fishing gear back up, and I believe I might be out of here tonight too. I appreciate everybody for watching. I appreciate all the subscribers. Like I said, stay tuned, pay attention. We're going to be doing something different. We're going to be doing it on the boat. I just got to get a good weekend where I can get it all set up. So I believe I'm out for tonight. And like I said, now that I kind of got my Wi-Fi problem straightened out, my internet straightened out, it might turn into a more weekly thing. We might start doing some painting jig heads and maybe just go through my inventory of what I got and why I got it and how I put it up. You guys let me know what you want to see on the next live one. We plan on doing the next live videos next Sunday at 6:30, something like that. And like I said, I believe I'm out of here. You guys have a good evening. Take it easy. And have a good week. Everybody be safe. See you guys.